Howdy folks, hope you're doing well, staying safe. I'm going to apologize for my voice right off the bat. I'm a Canadian, so I'm going to apologize. I am getting over a wicked head cold this week, so yeah, it sounds like I smoked 2 packs of cigarettes a day or something like that, but I don't. I don't smoke at all. Anyway, let's get to it. This is the Tier 8 Swedish, the IKEA boat, the Orkan. She is the Tier 8 version, sorry I hit you, Tier 8 version of the Tier 10 Småland. I know now why both those boats were pulled out of the game. This boat is definitely overpowering and fantastic. I think she's one of only, her and the Black, they're the only boats I know of, I can think of, that actually have radar, and Småland as well. And that gives them a huge tactical advantage within the game. I would say she's not really good in co-op because you won't get to use all your shtick, but this is what she's great for. You get a nice radar, you can light up destroyers for your team. And she has one good play gimmick that I'll get to that I think really works, and I've been using that with the Småland and with the Orkan. But let's get into it. Okay, right off the bat, the armor layout, it's typical 19 mil all around, and then at the very top you have 13 mil. Survivability, 15.7. That's a little low, so be careful with the health pool. Artillery, 3x2, 120 millimeter guns, so 6 barrels. They reload in 4.5 seconds, 9-second turret reverse, which is really good, 11% fire chance. They do damage about 1750 on average. AP is nothing to write home about unless you're really close to a cruiser and whatnot. I have actually citadeled a Mino in this. Torpedoes, 4 torpedoes, that's 1 launcher. Now, the one cool thing is they've got a 70-second reload, which is over a minute, which is great. They're 76 knots, 1.6 attack ability, and they're over 10,000 for damage, which is really good. Depth charges, they're okay. They've got 2 drops. I still want this down to 30 seconds for the destroyers to make it fair. AA, not so good. 35.6, and ridership is 3.7. It's fantastic. Here's one great thing about it. 5.9 protectability with all the actual flags and captain skills. That is fantastic. You also get a 2.7 penalty in detectability and smoke. At periscope depth for submarine, you're only going to get spotted at 2.6 kilometers. And detectability by air, same thing at 2.6 kilometers. That's what they've done now. Mutual detection, 2 kilometers. Equipment, right off the bat, I take main armor modification. I take engine room protection. These are all standard I do. You could take the surveillance radar, but it's only going to give you an extra 2 seconds. I don't see the benefit to losing the damage to protect your ship. Of course, aiming modification, propulsion modification, because I want to juke and jab when I'm running because I don't want to smoke. Now, concealment modification, take that too to get down to the 5.9. Damage control, it's 5 and 38, so 5 seconds and 38 seconds for reload. Speed boost is plus 8% for 2 minutes. It's really good. I'm very happy with the speed boost. Puts you well over 40 knots. She's got a good solid set of heals in here, so you can take damage. Here's her stick, the radar. 7.5 kilometers, it lasts 20 seconds, and reload time is 114 seconds. There's my actual flags. And I do take the permanent camo. I'm not going to buy camos. They have no value anymore. Let's go to captain skills. So a bit different here. I take preventive maintenance. I do take last stand. I do take the priority target. These are the main ones for destroyer for me. I do take demolition expert because I want to start some fires. And I do take superintendent because I want as much charges as possible. I also take adrenaline rush and standard. I take dazzle because it'll reduce the enemy's ability to shoot me by 20% for 15 seconds. I'm going to get detected and I want to start kiting. I don't want to take too much damage. And then, of course, I take concealment expert. That's pretty straightforward with me. You could take torpedoes. I don't because it's not a torpedo boat. It's a gunboat. So that's just me. I've tried in torpedo builds. I've tried in gunboat builds. I like it as this. Now, one thing I will say for operations, it's fantastic. I've done just about all the operations with our clan in this boat. It's great. I would not play in co-op because you're not going to get as much time. Co-op battles are over relatively quickly, so you're not going to enjoy the game. You might get to use your radar once if you're lucky, maybe twice at the end of the day. What I will say, to be honest with you, is randos, it's really good. It's like the small end. Now, I've ambushed Shimikazes, I've ambushed Kitakazes, I've ambushed a whole bunch of stores, Bensons and whatnot, especially the ones that have smoke. They smoke up now. Full disclosure, the French ones you're going to have a little bit of a hard time with in the other Swedish boats, so just be careful. But with regards to that, you can actually bait them into smoking and light them up and then charge them. And then they can't see you, but your team can see the destroyer. I've killed destroyers in under 2 minutes in the game that don't know what's going on and get killed. A lot of people don't know this boat, like the small end, has radar because they pulled it. Overall, I actually would have bought this boat. Now that I see it in the small end, I think it's a good boat. It's overpowering. So it's great. I got this at a Santa Crate this year, so I'm happy about it. But hey, let me know, do you have this boat? Do you like the Orkan? What do you think about it? Would you actually get it if you had the opportunity? But that's me. So take care, stay safe, bye for now.